Hello everyone, welcome to Bella's Crochet Gifts. I'm Bella. All right, so today I have something a little bit different for you. I am going to be showing you my snowflakes that I make and some of the tools and the books that I use. So first off, I use crochet thread. My hook fell out. So I use this big old guy. I have gone through one entire, I don't know, huge ball of thread. This is my second ball that I've been doing. I've been making snowflakes for, oh gosh, probably about 8 years. And this is the hook I use. It's a little teeny tiny one. So it is number 5. It is a 1.9 millimeter steel crochet hook. And I can't remember where I actually got this from. I feel like I bought a set from Amazon and like this is the first one I picked up, and so I've used it the whole time. But I have that, and then I did buy one of these. It's a soft touch, and it is a 1.75 millimeter. Oh, I was covering it up, but so I did buy that. I really don't mind the steel, the hook with the little tiny holding end. Like this, it doesn't bother me. Like I said, I've been using this one for years and years and years. And I only bought this one like 2 years ago, seeing if it would be any different. So that is the thread I usually use. I have bought some different varieties of thread, and you know, some that have like sparkles, you know, things like that. I have used actually this one down here. There you go. Actually, I will add that to my, I have a little board here. I was going to show you some of my finished snowflakes that haven't been starched. I do usually starch my snowflakes just so that they will stay flat and present nicely. Let's see. And then I was going to tell you about some of the tools I use. So I don't mind the little hook. The problem I ran into was when I was holding my thread. So get my things. Bear with me. Okay. So I don't mind the little hook. And, you know, I've been using this for years. The problem I ran into is when I was using the hook, the other hand would start to get really tired. Like, I hold my tension with my pinky, which for most yarn that is not a problem. But when doing crochet thread, you really have to have very tight tension. So like you get your slip knot ready to go. Oops, helps if I don't pull it completely closed. All right, so you get it ready to go. Get your hook in there, and then, so like, I would be holding it so tight that it would cause pain that would radiate up into my wrist. So I'd sit there and be like, ee! And like, it's really hard to get your tension right. Like my first snowflake of the year is usually not the prettiest. And so what I did is I bought some floral wire that I used to loop it around and around in order to give myself the most controllable tension. And it worked okay. And so when my sister's like, what do you want for Christmas or your birthday? And I was like, I want these. This is a tool from Amazon. It comes in a 4-pack, and 2 are larger and then 2 are smaller. So that's the one I use. And I stick it on my ring finger. And what I do is I loop it around the loops and then loop it back around my finger, and so that it gives me the most amount of control without sitting there stabbing my hand with my pinky fingernail. And so this has been a game changer. If you are doing thread and you're having problems with your tension, try and get one of these and see if it works for you. Like, I'm not sure if I can thread it properly right now because I haven't done any snowflakes yet this season. Let's see. Let's see. Like, I have a really precarious way of doing it that allows me to have the most amount of tension. So it's something kind of like this. So it's wrapped around my pinky and it's going through both of the loops, but like it's wrapped so that I can fully hold on to the tension and give myself the best shot. Because working with thread is not the easiest thing to get into. And it took me, well, I was very ambitious. The first time I was doing this, I did a charity project for a church, and they wanted 150 snowflakes. And I'm like, sure, I can do that. So, you know, it was like a learning curve. And yeah, so it's something kind of like this where I've got it wrapped enough that as I pull it, it's not allowing too much give, because like I said, you have to be really, really tight. So that's just a few stitches. Can you see that okay? Yeah, so it's really tiny. So that's the hook, and that's the game changer, as I say it. So that's some of the tools. And let me show you my favorite book. So the majority, I have bought a lot of books. I have bought a ton of books. And I found this one. It was on Joann's, and it was like, I want to say it was like 30% off books, and then there was like a coupon or something, and it was online only, and I'm like, I must have this book. So this is the best book I have found. I have a ton of them. Like, I keep 2 in my bag because one is my giant snowflake, and I will put in pictures probably at the end that shows my standard snowflakes that I make all the time. But this book is wonderful. It has very beginning, easy shapes and only like three rounds or 4 rounds, all the way up to like, you know, inches of, like, inch around or a couple inches around snowflakes. So this is 100 snowflakes to crochet, make your own snowdrift to give or keep, and it's Caitlin Sainio? Sainio? I'm not sure. But this is the book that I highly recommend. And it has gorgeous pictures to help you. So, and they're all numbered. These are some of the easy ones. Getting a little harder. Here we go. Whoops! I had snowflakes in there. Sometimes I'll do that, like if I'm working on a pattern, like I'll work repeating the same pattern quite a few times, and I'll just kind of stick them in the book behind where I'm at. So apparently those were snowflakes from last year. And then I'll show you some of the really big ones. Let's see. Some of these are bigger. But like I said, I really suggest this book. It is fabulous if you're looking to make snowflakes. Like, I mean, look at that guy. That is pretty cool. All right, so those are some examples. And then ones I have made, I generally always do a star shape just because it's so classic and everyone loves them. But wow, I've got 3 stars. Oh dear. So let's see if I can show this to you pretty well. Whoops, lost one. So we've got, like I said, like I said, these haven't been starched, so they're pretty loose and flimsy. But that's the one that's got the gold. That one is gold with gold thread in it, and this is an example of one of the like the standard ones I would do. Like, so it looks more like a snowflake, and then when I pin it out, I'll pin out each of the top circles and get them, you know, so it's straight. And what I do is I just I have the lid of a box that I got a long time ago. I put some tin foil down, and then I used I think they're quilting pins, and I just stab them all in and then spray it with the heavy starch you can get at the grocery store. So there's a close-up of that snowflake, the star that fell out. Anyways, so these are super fun. It's pretty easy to get started. You do not need a gigantic cone of thread. You can start with one of the I think it's size 10 Lydia's crochet thread. You need a little hook and there are so many different free patterns. I will link a couple of free patterns that if you want to give it a try. And you can make them in worsted weight, or, you know, if you have some size 3, or if you want to turn them into a doily. I mean, there's so many different things you can do that are really neat and intricate and will, you know, brighten up any table, or you can give them as gifts or anything like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put in some pictures of some of the past snowflakes that I have done. I don't have my one that usually sits back there. Yeah, I put it somewhere else. Oh, it's way up there. Hold on. Gotta move my stuff. Okay. So this is my first official snowflake. And it is unique because I accidentally followed 2 different patterns. So I was making the center and I put it down for a second, and then I went back, and I think the book had changed or something had flipped or something, and so that is not the actual outside of that pattern, and so that one is unique. And then the other one that I do is modified. Let's see, this book, it lives on 1 page, so that's what's going on here. Hold on. Here's the fun of you. Okay. So this is another book. And I modified this one. I started out with this center, and I will show it in the picture, like I'll put it right here and you can see it better. But I started out with this center, and then I took a different pattern because I didn't really like how this part showed, and so I mashed it together and I wrote it all out in my book so that I knew what I wanted to do with it. And I've been making 3 small and 1 big snowflake as my standard sets that I will gift, or I did sell some to one of the local crafty places in Old Town Alexandria, but unfortunately they closed because of the pandemic, so now I just send them to friends and family. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope it gave you an insight into, you know, some of the things that I like to make for Christmas, and hopefully it'll inspire you to try it yourself. So that's about it. I hope you have a wonderful day or night or whatever it is. I hope it's wonderful. Bye!